everybody? Welcome back to Sketch v Sketchcraft. I'm Rob D, aka Sketchcraft. With me is sketch artist Sanchez. Steven Sanchez, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Man, I am just waiting for the Switch 2 to be announced because everyone else has announced it. Everyone else announced it, Steven. While we wait for all that, I want to give a shout out and much love and support to all the people out in LA, my friends, who've been tragically hit by the crazy ass fires going down there. I'm from San Diego. I lived through Firestorm 2003 and 2007, and this is like even twice that. It's pretty wild. So
yeah, sad
in all the wrong ways. Wild in all the wrong ways. Pretty horrible. So, and I have to check up. Last I checked, J. Scott Campbell was on verge of evacuating his own home because he's out there too. So,
I thought he was from Denver.
No. Yeah, he's out there in LA. So, yeah, I got to check in on that. So by the time you watch this, folks, we'll know because it's the future. But anyhow, so much love to them. Today, with the smell of pizza in my house downstairs, because we're recording a little late, I can smell it. We're going to be drawing Ninja Turtles. It feels like it's right to have the smell of pizza in the air while you draw some Ninja Turtles. Right, Steven?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? Was that by design?
No.
Wow.
It was to eat after the stream, but we recorded late, so my wife's not waiting until 8 to eat. So I was like, I'll get the pizza now. So just worked out that way.
It did work out, yeah.
But look what I got. Look what I got. Got my boba.
Oh, the boba. I got to get some boba. I haven't had that in a while.
My Friday boba. If you do, ask for half sugar. That's my advice.
Half sugar? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to cut my sugar too.
Well, it's just too. I've always liked it with half sugar. What's really cool is like where I live. I'm sorry, I'm chewing on boba. I won't do this during the stream, guys. But out in San Diego, where I lived for like 12 years, I just went back for San Diego Comic-Con. I'm like, I'll go by the old apartment, see who's living there. My same neighbors are there. God bless them.
Wow.
And yeah, I know it's ridiculous, and I know what they're paying for rent now. It's horrible. And so I go down the street. There's this place called K Sandwiches and Rose's Donuts, which I highly recommend if you're ever in Linda Vista, San Diego. Best donuts, best Vietnamese sandwiches in San Diego, K Sandwiches. And but right across from them, they open up a new boba shop that's all automated. So you just go in there, type on the screens, and they bring it out to you. But you can customize everything. I mean, we're talking down to like 10% sugar, you know, like 0% sugar. Like you can do everything in that one, man. And yeah, that's about, and it was affordable. It was about the same price what I pay here. So I keep telling my place, which is pretty good. I'm like, you gotta like get, you gotta get some. I don't want I mean, taking orders I'm fine with. I want the boba made by humans. You know?
Yeah.
So you are, look at you, man. Look how fast Steven is.
I have to be. Yeah, you're cheating over there. You have pre-made stuff.
I know. That's what I do. I cheat.
I'm glad you're owning it. That's good.
Yeah, what?
He's on it.
You got robbed. No one says you got Stevened, right?
Yeah, exactly. You got banned.
You got robbed. Ha ha ha. So yeah, this actually is an older sketch. I did this color pencil cover, or I did this cover that I did in color pencil and digitally for Megavisions. But when I first drew it out, I drew like a cartoonier 80s kind of like the cartoony kind of side, you know, of the Turtles. But I also drew this sketch, which is more of a Mirage Studio style, you know, Leonardo, a little more smaller, chunkier, squarer. So I've been wanting to take this to final for quite the while. So I thought this would be a good opportunity since Steven apparently doesn't draw his commissions and he's got a backlog of like 800 Turtles commissions to do.
Yeah. Well, after this one, I have $7.99.
Do they ever look at your Thundercats and go, "Why are you drawing that and not?"
No, because they know my schedule. I've been doing this for over 20 years.
They're like, "You'll cut them off." That's why.
I'm not going anywhere, guys. I mean, I work for pennies. But like, I'm gonna steal your $50.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna buy some commissions now. We're talking pennies. If you did me an under Beak Max. Now I want to under the is.
Under Beak Max.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll never live that one down.
I was showing Uncle Jerk that last night, dude. Yeah.
Oh, why?
Yeah, it was like under the beak. I'm like, look at this. This is great.
No one's
There's
ever
no
drawn
other
him
match.
like that.
Yeah, I was like, Steven forgot there's a reason why we have style guides, because there's certain positions you never draw characters in.
Exactly.
You know, like you can, but we don't. You know. Did you ever see the Brad Bird style guides on The Simpsons? He used to do. He was like head of, he was in charge of all like story continuity and character and stuff. So he drew all these guides. They used to be on some of the bigger animation sites, but I have the photocopies, you know, from college.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe at some point I will do a shout out on that, you know, because there's like all these rules, like camera shots for The Simpsons, like never draw them from this angle, don't frame them this way.
Really?
Yeah. And he draws like Brad says, little Brad heads, you know, all angry at you and shit. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I love his not the interview, but rather the documentary on the Incredibles.
Right.
So like, you know, he's really good at what he does. He's demanding, at the same time respectful and funny, and it's just he looks like a good boss. You know.
Yeah, he's got a new movie coming out too called Ray Gun.
Ray Gun. Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah. So we'll see how that turns out.
He's a good director.
Yeah, I like him, man. I love his Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
It's a shame he turned down Star Wars to do that tomorrow.
Wait. Before we get on with that, what Mission Impossible movie did he direct? Was that the third one?
Ghost Protocol, the fourth one.
That was the fourth one. And you've seen it how many times?
That one in theater, I saw it four times. Yeah, in theater, but at home, I've seen it 100 times. You know, like I leave them home.
Yeah.
Leave all of them on while I work. You know. Yeah.
All right. Let me get some.
Don't mission shame me, man.
I'm not mission shaming you.
I love the mission. Stop.
I'm just trying to bring some context to the fact that you watch
your spy kids and who's the boss. All right. You know, you can.
I'm just trying to bring the point that you watch each Mission Impossible for the number that it is in the theater. So you watch one once, two twice, three times. So I found that very interesting.
The first one I just saw once in the theaters because that's, you know, it's all we rarely did back. It's what we normally did in the 90s. You see it once and you wait, you know. The second one I saw twice because I was in the Army and there was nothing else to do. I'll go back and see that again. That was fun. And then, you know, time marches on 4 or 5 years later. The third one came out and I'm like, you know, it'd be funny to see this 3 times. My wife / scribble, I was like, really? I'm like, you don't have to go. I'm going. So I saw it the first time. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely seeing this 2 more times. This was awesome. And then the fourth one comes out and it was so awesome. I got to go 4 times. It's just, you know, I didn't think we get to like 8 or 9 of these things. So, you know, but I saw the last one 7 times. So it's the final one, right? So I got to do it. Got to do it.
The boy's committed, guys.
Love the mission. I got to do some mission fan art when that comes out too.
Hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
You know what you should do? You should redraw the pages from the Liefeld Mission Impossible comic, dude.
Wait, what?
He did the Mission Impossible comic, remember?
That's the first time.
With Andy Park or whatever? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy, I never heard of that. That's funny, man.
He kind of put Ethan Hunt in the Captain America Heroes Reborn comic. There's this agent who's clearly Ethan Hunt.
Was it designed to look like him?
I guess because he was writing that script, the Mark, you know?
Yeah, I remember that.
Or whatever, which was going to also originally was going to be a Tom Cruise vehicle, and then it became a Will Smith vehicle.
I remember I submitted artwork for that at the time. I drew Will Smith and colored him up and everything, and I wrote the Mark, and I submitted it because I was working for Liefeld at the time.
Right.
And he laughed and he said, "Hey, get back to those pages."
This is cute. Look at him.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at this guy trying to go into business for himself.
I still have them, and they're horrible.
You should have offered to draw them on tapestries or scrolls or something.
Tapestries.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but I love all kinds of turtles, man. I love the Mirage stuff. That's my first love. That's what I found first before the cartoon. I was the comic. So at the heart of it, Muppet. I mean, that's how when I first saw the turtles, I thought they were just Muppet ninjas, you know?
Yeah.
And so this is before the movie and stuff. And it was like when the movie got announced and Henson was behind it, you know, Brian Henson and, you know, Jim, mostly Brian though, but, still, dude, I was so excited. I'm like, that makes the most sense, you know.
I didn't. The way I found out about the Ninja Turtles movie, the first one, I remember we were playing outside with our friends, and my mom came with a box of pizza and a rental from Blockbuster, and it was the Ninja Turtles movie, and that was the first time I was like, they did a movie?
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly.
I found out because I was buying the first publishing did these collected versions, which I'm going to do a video on, where they took all the pages and painted them, you know?
Yeah.
And they were being released in like Borders and Crown Books and stuff. So it was 4 volumes. The 4th one came out, and man, I begged, and my dad picked it up. And in the back, they said they're working on a movie with Jim Henson. And I was like, oh my God. So I just wait until it magically appeared, you know? Like, there was no way to check in on that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, "There's a movie?"
The first time I saw the trailer was sort of a somber event. My niece had my cousin had just been born, and she was having a health issue. So we'd gone to the children's hospital, you know, to for support. And while I was waiting in the pediatrics office, the trailer came on TV. And so I was like excited, but I couldn't share my excitement with anybody because so I was like, all right, it's not a good time. Even I knew
the poor day.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I can just see you containing yourself. That one tear coming out your eye.
Yeah. It just looked like the most amazing thing I'd ever seen too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I still stand by that puppetry. It's quite amazing.
It's fun.
But when the movie finally came out, my uncle, my cousin's father, my uncle by my mom's side, he basically did radio station giveaways for a living.
Yeah.
So his wife had a hell of a job, and he did all these radio stations. He did them like he had them on a rotation. It was like a thing. But they were able to do all kinds of shit for free that we never got to do. I mean, tons of Disneyland trips, everything. So he got tickets to the Turtles thing and invited me and a friend. So I brought a buddy, and we went. And man, it was just like it was like a Muppet house. All these kids were bouncing off the walls, you know. And we just sat in there. And the first time Raphael yelled, "Damn!" Kids were like going, "Ooh,
yeah."
Yeah, ooh, you heard it in the audience. Ooh.
Yeah. It's right up there with the what was it, Spike swearing in the Transformers movie. It's like, what? Everybody was looking for him to say the word shit.
See, my uncle, him and his kids went to that one. My dad didn't let me go that night because my dad was just being a dick.
Yeah.
So I never got to see the theatrical version. I didn't get to see it until it came to tape, which was edited, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I never got to see that until high school when they put out the widescreen version, you know.
Yep.
And I had pre-ordered that.
Just for that one scene.
Well, that's because I wanted the movie, not pan and scan. I hate pan and scan.
Oh yeah, the pan and scan is annoying.
Yeah, I hated it when I was a kid. Hate it now. It's, you know, motion smoothing has now become the new pan and scan, you know, in my opinion. Like, it's like, I hate it. But I wasn't able to see the unedited version of Transformers until then, you know.
Oh, look at that. I'm done.
Yeah. Fastest man in comics.
Well, it's remember, it's sketch versus Sketchcraft. So
yeah, well, you always win, dude. So
technically,
yeah.
I'm just done.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. We said that this was not a challenge.
It isn't. It isn't. But you win.
But all right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Steven will always win the speed.
Oh, stop. You're super fast.
Oh, no.
7 hours later. No, you're fast. You're pretty fast. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm going right over my sketch. What it is too, man, is like I'm trying to make certain that I just don't. I want to make sure that the shapes are solid. I don't want to like.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I really want solid shapes, and it's like sometimes, you know, you can do like you can make each one of these turtle shell rivets, you know, a rivet. And it's like I want a straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the line, but I also want the sketchiness too. So.
Yeah, it's the cool thing. Yeah. Let me go get my my Leonardo, and because sometimes I need a little reference, just ideas to add more stuff into it. So just give me a quick second.
It's like I don't even know how, like with these pads, like how much I want to make them.
Okay, we're back. All right, because I have to get the old school reference. All right, so we got the old school, and then we got the new school. Okay.
Yeah, I hate the human heads.
Yeah, I'm not keen on the
human heads. Hate the human heads.
But this one is built differently. It's got a lot of great little gear on him. I think this one I got from 5K Toys about 2 years ago. Hang on, let me see if I get more light. There we go. Some light in there. Oh, there it is. See that? Nice and yeah. The nose thing is not the greatest idea.
No, I hate it.
But this isn't the movie version.
No, it's just the IDW thing. I can't stand it, man. I don't like it. Look, I get some people don't care. A lot of people don't care. I personally can't. I can't deal.
Oh, we got the old school one too. So this helps out. All right, so all he had here was katana blades and there's a backing. All right.
See, I've kept my turtles in their box. I got the
NECA. I had to rip these out, dude.
I have the NECA 2004s. They're still in the box is so good though, dude. It has all the Mirage art on it, you know? It's like
yeah.
I got it over there in the corner, and then I got the NECA Turtles one where the box looks like the VHS case. It's got
that was a really cool one.
Yeah. Those are the toys I always wanted, you know, when I was a kid. You know, they made those movie feel ones around 91, right? Yeah. But they didn't, you know, they were better, but they weren't.
So I'm using this as reference. I'm not copying it. I'm not big on
you're just tracing right over the toy.
I like to just reference stuff.
All right.
Sometimes people get banned out of shit. You're copying. What are we talking about? Reference, guys. It's a Ninja Turtle. It's all fake. Like wrestling. What?
Yeah, it's toy fabe.
Yeah, secret of making something look cool, just keep adding crap to it. Or your eyeball is always looking at something.
That's what I do with color.
Exactly.
So I do the scribbly.
Touching back on the Mission Impossible stuff, because I forgot to ask you, when's the last movie come
out? May.
Oh, okay. Because I have yet to see the part 1.
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
Yeah, I want. That's the thing. I want to see part 1, have a fresh mind, and then go straight into the theaters.
Yeah. I wish they had kept the look of Fallout. Okay, I'm not gonna. The look of Fallout is the best looking movie I've seen. Well, since The Dark Knight, and then the Batman would be, better than that. But Fallout has that perfect blend of 60s plus modern, cinematography. Yep. And with 7, this looks like a movie, like a high definition version of film shot around 89, 90. Like it looks like very Spielbergian, very somewhere between The Last Crusade and Hunt for Red October.
I gotcha.
And that's intentional. I've heard McQuarrie talk about it. Like, he's like, I wanted it to have this Lucasine, I'm like, all right, I got you. But if you're only doing 2 more, just give us a trilogy of this Fallout look,
Yeah.
But it's still good. It's just, I just think that, and people you just got caught up in that whole Barbenheimer thing.
Yeah.
So the newest trailer, just, up until Superman, had like the most views in the longest time. So people are behind it. They got caught up in that stupid Barbenheimer thing. Those movies are fine, but I refuse to see them in theater. I was like, oh wait, I'm giving my money to Mission Impossible. Fucking haters. Man, I love spy stuff and heists and stuff.
Yeah,
I just love it.
That's why I'm a big fan of the what was that CGI movie that just came out? They did a sequel to it. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on that right now. Where there's like a wolf, a shark, a spider.
Oh yeah, the bad guys.
The bad guys. There it is.
Yeah, that was great, huh?
I love that movie.
Yeah, it was great.
As soon as a female cop came in and the gesture began, my eyes just turned into hearts. I was like, I'm sold. It was such a cool action sequence with the cars.
Yeah. No, that was a good. I saw that in the theaters for certain.
Yeah,
I liked it. And I like the last Turtles movie. I don't love it, but I like it. The
last Turtles. Which? Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah.
I just felt like, one, I love the voice acting is the best since the first Turtles movie. So the kids that do the voices of the Turtles were fantastic. So that's an A+, 10 out of 10. The animation, I give it a good 8 out of 10. Like, I like where they're going with it. Sometimes though, it's not consistent enough.
Yeah.
I straight up hate the design of Splinter. I hate it. I hate the design of Splinter. I haven't liked the Splinter design since the 2007 Turtles film,
Yeah.
The CGI one. And I didn't care for April's design. I like the voice actress, the chick from The Bear, but I was like, I really wish they just made her look like the actress. I don't know why. I don't mind certain characters being out of shape or having rounder features. I'm fine with that, but it just doesn't look like the actress. And then they're like, I don't know, like, it's just weird to me when everyone else looks, I don't know, it's just weird when they do that. I didn't care for their design, I'll put it that way. But I like the actress and her acting. I just didn't understand. It felt like they were writing a love story between her and Leo and then chickened out. Like you could tell he wanted to ask her out to the prom and he was going to get with her, and then they're just there as friends. I'm like, yeah, I think that was someone made a call somewhere, you know. It was weird.
Yeah.
And I just have a problem with like the turtles not being tied to a ninja backstory. They can fix that in the next one, you know. But
as a next one,
yeah, they're making another one, and but I just like, oh, we learned from kung fu films in the 80s. I'm like, that makes no sense. So he has to be lying, because why would you name them Leonardo, Michelangelo, Da Vinci if you were watching Da Vinci, Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo? Why would you name them that if they're watching 80s movies? If they're watching 80s movies, they would have been named Spielberg, Lucas, Hughes, you know, Carpenter, you know, you know, like Woo, John Woo or something. So it doesn't make any sense, you know. So that's an outright lie. I'm assuming. So we'll see. And I've seen their concept art for Shredder. If they keep that design in the next one, I will absolutely hate it.
So wait, Shredder wasn't in the first one?
No, he's in the very end, like as one of those like teaser things at the end, you know. But he looks like he's more of a mercenary, so we'll see. I just, it's like they're Ninja Turtles, man. You know, let's just keep the ninja story, the revenge bit. You know, it's like those Bay Turtles. Forget their size. I never understood how can they be ninjas if they're carrying all that gear on them. You know what I mean? How are you supposed to silently fade away into the night with the proton pack on and shaka beats? Like, so I guess I like it. And the other thing is, I didn't like the music. The music's fine, but it didn't have a good, clear theme song.
Yeah.
And the turtles in that movie love Attack on Titan, right? It's the whole joke. And then at the end, when the kaiju shows up, they're like, it's like Attack on Titan. Well, I thought they should have hired Hiroyuki Sawano, was the guy who did the music for Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And it's like, either play the Titan theme song or hire Hiroyuki Sawano to develop a Turtles theme song that plays during that bit, you know?
Yeah.
But the Atticus Ross, Trent Reznor of it all, I didn't care for. You know, I like Nine Inch Nails, but not for Turtles. Whatever. But I still enjoy it, you know? Still enjoy it. It had some good humor. It had some really good humor, despite, you know, it could get, you could think they could goof that up, but I thought the humor did all right.
Yeah. Yeah, so the I mean, the only CGI version I saw, well, beyond the Bay one, is the was it 2015? The TMNT, I think it was just called TMNT.
That's 2007.
Oh, really? Oh, that's quite bad. Yeah, I thought that one was pretty fun.
Yeah, but it has this weird Pokemon collect the monsters bit to it. I did a fan edit on my own back in the day, re-editing that film so it plays more like a sequel to the live action movies. Where Leonardo's actually, he's in the jungles, he's taking out bad guys, but he's killing people. So like I edited it so you could hear the screams and stuff. Like he's lost his way. They've all lost their way. And then when they get back together, they become the Turtles again, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was showing it to my boss at the time at GameFam or Play, who's friends with the director. He's like, I could show this to the director. I'm like, please don't. You know, like I was like, please don't. But I was at the time, I did a early test where I converted everything to black and white in a really graphic way, and then I was rotoscoping the red bandanas on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then Play went out of business, and I had to hustle for a couple years, and I just gave it up. But had the recession never happened, I would have finished that in about a year or two. But I did the trailer, and it looked great, you know. So I was like, I'll have the color version, and then I thought it has black and white, you know, Mirage version. That's what I called it. But a friend of mine who's done a lot of work for Netflix, he's a big Turtles fan. Years ago, I was telling him, man, I would love to see them do another version of like Turtles on Netflix with the original suits. They don't have to be in suit, you can do CGI, but that suit design. And I was like, do it like the City at War storyline where they're all split up, and they have to get back together, and the Foot Clan's attacking all of New York,
Yeah.
And I was like, Casey and Raph are like paired up, Leonardo's separated, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Donatello separated, and Michelangelo and April are separated, and they have to get to like the center of the city, and then they have the big battle at the end. So he's like, anytime I'm hanging out with Netflix guys, I'm always trying to like bug on the Turtles thing. I'm like, please do. It's like they don't want to hear it, but you never know. I told him, like, you ever do that, man? That never happens. I want to drive the golf cart for you. I want to be that guy who drives the golf cart. He's like, you don't want to work on it? I'm like, nope, I want to drive the golf cart. So, good chance Nintendo announces this Switch 2 next week.
You were dying for that Switch, huh?
Yeah, man, 100%. This company like Genki like showed off all this stuff at CES, and then they had to pack shop and leave when Nintendo found out. Their excuse was like, well, we didn't give away hardware because we got this one on the black market, so we didn't break any of our contracts. Like, maybe not mention the black market thing.
Yeah.
But that excuse didn't pan out for him.
Exactly.
8.4-inch screen from what I hear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Goody gumdrop.
Yeah, I like that they had all red bandanas in the comic, but I was cool with them going with color bandanas like after the storyline where it's the one that's in the first movie where Shredder shows up and then wrecks everything. They adapted it right from like Turtles, like issue 10 or 11. I was like, when they get back to the city, they should go different colors or something.
So you were never into the colored bandanas?
When I was a kid, I was hardcore no, but I do get that it's easier to see each turtle. You know what I mean? I think there should be a period where they all had red, and then they were, if I was to do it. Once they have their own identifiable personality, kind of thing,
Yeah, I like to start off in red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a cool idea. But I always thought that's how they did it in the comics.
Nope.
Really? Huh.
No, it's entirely an invention of the cartoon. Never appeared in the Mirage stuff. And I haven't asked Kevin, but I imagine the red was a nod to Daredevil. I mean, the whole thing's a Daredevil.
Yeah.
Bit anyway. Should have asked him that. If I ever hang out with Kevin again. You have to get him when he's not in PR mode. You have to get him when you're like in fun drinking buddy mode. And then he'll be honest.
Oh, you have a Kevin story?
Well, I worked with he hired me to color these storyboards back in 2007. He's cousins with this writer I was working with on a book called Mosaic. And colored a bunch of them. I'm going to put them up on my new site because he drew them and I colored them. So he's just always remembered me. And so last time I saw him was in 2015 at IDW. There was a big dinner. Mm-hmm. It was like $1,000 a ticket. And my buddy was supposed to go and he couldn't. So he's like, you want to go? And it turned out to be my birthday. And I lived like 30 minutes away. So I'm like, hell yeah, dude. So I went down there and it's all these bigwig art dealer collectors and stuff. So I waited last in line and I'm like, oh, you remember me? It's like we worked together once. You hired me to color the Biz and Buzz thing. And then he goes, Rob, and then came over, gave me a big hug. And everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? It's like, that's right. So he's like, he's always giving me his number. Give me a call, man. I'm like, I'm not calling you. Like, I just can't. You know what I mean? I can't,
Yeah.
So, but I have his number.
The number you called is not in service.
It's fine. That's why I don't want to call it, dude. He's like, you never call. I'm like, I can't call. Like, what am I supposed to say?
Rob has it saved on the wall. He didn't write his phone number, right? Or did you write that?
Put it in my phone.
Oh, okay.
He's like, give me your phone. I'll give him a minute. He put it in there, dude. It's a lot of effort to go through to make up a number, though, right?
That is true.
But I don't bother.
Yeah, it's one of those. Like, come on, man.
I still kept a copy of my check, though. When you know what I mean? I was like, I got paid. So I got Kevin Eastman to pay me back, and I got Todd McFarlane to pay me some of my money back. So
there you go.
Yeah, the only thing sort of Turtles official I ever drew was, and it's not really official, but we covered the Wii game Turtle Smash Up in play, and so I drew this 2-page spread thing in there, and they had to go through all their approval process over at Nickelodeon and stuff. So I initially sent them a whole battle page, and I got the thumbnails up because I just found it recently, so that's going up on my site. But like I found all these, like I did a whole like modern turtles versus black and white with red bandana turtles, like the pencils were all there, all these, and they were like, just do the main characters, man. Don't. It's like, well, I tried,
I mean, can we talk about the website currently at the moment where you're at?
Everything's loaded up except right now for like my commission examples, and I have a tons of sketchbook stuff going back 20 years. So I'm just organizing all of it and uploading it. So that'll be done sometime next week, mid-January, and then after that I have to get the store ported over, and I don't know how long that'll take me. So it could be as late as February. It could take me an extra week. I don't know. Yeah. But I'll have tons of like stuff. I mean, everything's organized by project, so published in comics and stuff like that. It's very, very clean, simple site, but I got a bunch of like concept stuff from Crash and all my various projects that it's the ones that didn't make it, they're in there. I was like, I just want a spot where I can put everything, because who knows if these social media sites will just up and disappear one day. Whoa, it jumps.
What did we draw last week?
Thundercats.
Oh, that's right. I think my slide fell.
You drew Jaga.
I drew Jaga.
I know how to draw like all the detailed paths, but I'm trying to just like find real simple shapes,
Why draw shapes when you can just shade it all in? What was it? If in doubt, black it out.
Welcome to Extreme Studios.
Exactly. Every young artist remembers that, like, huh.
Page to page. Some of it looks like Mignola. Some of it looks like Liefeld. Like,
0 feet. Yeah, Mignola stuff. I went to Free Comic Book Day, and I got his I guess his latest one. Some other artist illustrated it, but he wrote it, and it was actually a decent read for a short story.
He's a good writer, dude.
Yeah, he is. It just gets straight to the point.
He's making movies. Like, he should never fucking make movies ever. Stay away from the movies. He's no good at it.
Yeah, I heard the last one didn't do so well.
It has its fans, but it's horrible.
I wanted to watch it, but I was like, I'm not gonna drop 20 on that right now.
It's right up there with Yancey Butler's Witchblade.
Yeah. I wanted to like that so bad when it came out. I was like, oh, God.
Like it's something, right?
Yeah, it's something, all right.
Yeah, it's something.
It was like a medieval armor she had. I'm like, that looks nothing like what's in the comic.
Yeah.
That was so
made it better. You really didn't. You really didn't.
It's Masters of the Universe all over again.
You looking forward to the new movie?
I can't wait to see that first trailer.
Jared Leto as Skeletor.
Oh, he's the best, isn't he?
Isn't he the best?
Jared Leto. It's kind of like Froyo. It's like, yeah, it's there.
My buddy and I were talking about that. He's like, I'm like, after that Joker debacle, any other actor would have been out of career in Hollywood. And when he goes, maybe he's a Scientologist. I'm like, I gotta look that one up. And I forgot. I hate all religions, so I could care less. They're all fucked up. But I'm just curious to know, how did he survive that? Because that Joker thing should have. Look, Colin Farrell was in a lot of trouble after that bullseye bit.
Yeah.
Set him back a long ways.
He came back.
Ben Affleck too. Daredevil really did his career a bad thing. So how did Jared Leto? Now he's gonna go up there and I suppose ruin Tron. Can't say I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, we saw Tron Legacy like 2 days ago.
Love the soundtrack, love the visuals, hate everything else.
Yeah, the story was a little on the it could have been better, but
well, it's just like this thing came out in 2010. We'd already had multiple MMOs, Tron. You know what I mean? Like there's anything you could have done with gaming. That would have been more relevant when it came out. It's like, no, see, it's on a server and it's just its own world. And I'm like, that's what we're doing. Given now you could do Sword Art Online where they're stuck in a Tron game,
Yeah.
The whole thing, and it's just like, I don't know, man.
Wife and I are starting to watch, what is it, Superman and Lois right now?
The live action show?
Yeah, the one on HBO Max.
I like that suit he had in the flashback sequence with the black album. I thought that was cool. That's it.
Dude, you got an impeccable memory.
Yeah. For visuals, yes. For what people say and do and names, no.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get it. It just felt more like CW. I mean, the cinematography was better than a CW show, but I was really burnt out. I like those first couple seasons of Arrow and Flash, but they had really just
Arrow was good to up to season 3, and then
the first 2 seasons, the Deathstroke, that was all great. And then everyone has to have superpowers,
Oh, dude, it got to the point where it's like there was 20 superheroes in an episode. I was like, what am I looking at? It just looks so cheesy.
So when I get to Superman and it's like, oh, this kid's got superpowers too, I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I just watched everyone have superpowers. I don't want to do this again. But that's the fun of it. You're gonna get to see him be a super dad. I don't want to see a super dad. I'm not up for it. I'm not up for super dad. I just went through that with Superman Returns. I'm not into it. Watch Lois has cancer. I'm like, I don't really want to watch that. I got enough of that. I got family. I got this in my whole life. I don't want to. Not in the mood. So sorry, guys. It has its fans, and I'm not going to tell you not to watch it. But for me, it's like I just can't do it. It's certainly better than Lois and Clark. The Terry Hatcher is a great Lois Lane. I stand by it. Terry Hatcher is the kind of woman you'd turn back time for in Superman. You know what I mean? I buy that. My problem with Margot Kidder, she looks like my mom. So it was always hard as a kid to watch that movie. I was like, love the movie. Margot Kidder looks like my mom. Like, very much like my mom.
I mean, you're making it sound like every boyhood, childhood thing was to bang Margot Kidder.
No, it's just some people have crushes and stuff, but it's like when you love Superman, but when he's crushing on a woman that looks like your mom, it's hard to really want to be Superman. You catch my drift?
I got you.
So I kind of always looked at Superman as like a father kind of guy, because it was like, he's kind of like a dad, you know. But then I don't want to watch stories for Superman. Man, they literally, he bangs Lois in the second one. What are you talking about, dude? That was a hard one to watch too as a kid. I was like, oh no. Turn away. My mom looked like a cross between Margot Kidder and Linda Lavin from Alice, you know?
Yeah. She just passed away too.
Yeah, I know. Nothing. My mom loved Alice. We had to watch it every friggin' day.
Yeah. I loved Alice too, growing up.
Yeah.
That and what is it? I love I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah, well, I love the 60s stuff, the Sherman Schwartz, all those things.
Yeah.
Those were always on repeat.
Get Smart was one of my favorites right there.
Yeah, Get Smart was great.
Such a fun one.
The original Mission Impossible I liked, but the shows could be a little boring, you know. Great theme song. And I mean, Leonard Nimoy was in the first season. That's how my uncle saw Star Wars. Like he saw the Star Wars panel at Comic-Con like the year before it came out. It wasn't even a panel, it was like a room. But he was just sitting there waiting for Leonard Nimoy to show up because he wanted to get it, because he loved Mission Impossible more than Star Trek, you know. So and he sat in on that. He was like, yeah, I didn't know what the hell that was. But he was super excited for it. But I forgot, like, I don't
know what the hell I saw, but it was great.
Yeah, he knew it was, pretty much. There was no way to describe. How are you supposed to describe Star Wars to someone who's never seen Star Wars before in the 70s? What do you compare it to? 2001, you know? Buck Rogers, the series wasn't even out. None of it was out. You know?
None of it was out, exactly.
Wasn't anything like Star Trek. So, you know, what were you supposed to compare it to? But I forgot, what's her face? The chick who played Mrs. Green, Leslie Ann Warren.
Okay.
Yeah, from Clue, right? Miss Scarlet or what was the one in green? Miss Scarlet, was that Miss Scarlet, the one in the green? Anyway, Leslie Ann Warren, she was in Mission Impossible in season 3. Forgotten. I'd forgotten. Yeah, Mission Impossible is older than Star Wars.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to do a Last Ronin piece sometime soonish. My cousin's dating this guy who really likes my art, apparently. He's a super nice dude. So, I called him Kyle, his name is Kirk. Apparently I goofed that one up. It's like, Jesus friggin' Christ.
Oh, dude, I did that at a convention. And I made what was his name? He was working on a book called Arcane. I think it was called Arcane. And no, Kane. And and I thought that was always his name. and I would call him that at the con.
Kane, what's up, Kane?
Yeah, I kept calling him Kane, and he's like, and at the end, like on the third day, he was like, he goes, I didn't want to be rude, but I just wanted to tell you that's not my name. I'm like, what? He's like, no, that's the book I work on. I'm like, oh, and now you correct me after like 3 days.
I like how you walk by Mignola and go, "What's up, Hellboy? What's up, Hellboy? Hellboy, service. What's up, dude?"
Egg on your face, man. It's just too much.
That's funny.
We had a good laugh.
What up, Bone?
That's so weird, man. It was Arcane Comics he worked for. That's what it was.
Yeah, I did some work for them briefly.
Yeah, they were hitting me up because I knew the guy is. I think the creator is Sean something or other.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah.
And super nice guy. And so he kept asking me about Koga Warriors. I'm like, it's not even developed. I couldn't even tell you what the hell it's about.
Yeah, I just make a poster every year, wheel it out, and don't draw it. Like,
don't draw it. Yeah. No, the convention circuit. The convention circuit was my friend Pat's idea. I never wanted to do a con, and he kept pushing me. He's like, "You gotta go to the con. This is where you make the money." And blah 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 blah. I was like, "All right."
Bring a poster for a book you're not selling. Like that's
exactly. Once again, this was all his idea. So, and I'm like, he's like, just bring the poster and just use it as promo. I'm like, I'm not even there yet. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna promote.
Love talking about something you're not making, right?
Right. So I did that, and I lugged around, which I have it right here in front of me. I lugged around this massive, like 36 by 27 inch poster, like movie size, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
And I sat down, and there was a slow day, I think, on a Sunday, and somebody came by the booth. I told the story in my other sketch video. But somebody came by the booth, and it was slow, and he just came out. He said, "Hey, do you have any information on whatever that book is right there? Because is that your comic?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a potential comic." And he goes, "Do you have any information, any more info?"
Potential comic.
Yeah. Oh, this was 20...
Hold on, no, we gotta hold on. We gotta work the leg on this one.
Remember, it was 2006.
Here's what I want to know. I'm gonna let you continue your story, but I want to know, at what point, after you had to keep explaining what that was, did you come up with the term potential comic so you could get out of saying it's not out yet? Or
it was right there, just blurted it out. Because people kept asking me questions about it, and I was like, I don't know. This wasn't my idea. My idea is just show the art, and that was it.
It's like leaving the photos up in the when you buy like a photo frame, it's got families already in it. And you leave it up. Is that your wife? What's a potential wife? Like,
stand in.
It's a potential family, All right, so he asked you, and what happened?
So I said, no, it is what it is, right? And so he's like, "Oh, well, thank you," and he left. My buddy was coming from the bathroom. He starts running towards me. He goes, "Do you know who that was?" I'm like, I have no idea who that was. I was sitting quietly drawing, and he just interrupted me. And he goes, "That was Marv Wolfman." I'm like, who the hell is Marv Wolfman?
Oh, no.
The first thing that came out of my mouth. Who the hell is Marvel? He created Teen Titans. He created blah, blah, blah. He started riddling off a bunch of stuff. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm a Marvel guy. I don't know what to say.
Well, he asked me about this comic I'm not selling, so that's great.
Yeah. And I told him what happened. It was like this is your fault. You're the one who made me bringing this huge poster.
Right. And
that was the extent of it. But it was good to know that at least big names were looking at it at the time.
Yeah. You were looking at it, and then they walked away.
They walked away. Yeah, Pat Lee, Rob Liefeld, they all about everybody. Walked away.
Everybody was interested in something you're not doing.
Yeah. I know, right? It was so weird.
Sucks, dude, because you want it, right? You're like, oh, I could have made the sale
at the time.
But I'm not here. Yeah. I kind of had to do that once, and it wasn't my fault. When I was first working on Death Jr., Dave, the publisher, he insisted, because he had a booth at Comic-Con. Like, he's like, "Hey man, we're gonna sell pre-orders," and I'm like, "Pre-orders for the book?" I'm like, so I had to tell people it's a book. Well, I'm working on it. You know, I do that thing for 4 days. You know, and I hated that.
Yeah.
I hated telling people about something that's not there. You know,
Exactly.
I hate it. So I was like, I'm never doing it. I'll tell them I'm never doing it again. You can pre-order that shit right over there. I will promote this when it's out. Like right now, I'll promote Spawn Kills Every Spawn, like I am doing right now. Spawn Kills Every Spawn. I will promote it anywhere, any place for the day till the day I die. Now that it's out, you know what I mean?
Of course.
But I will not fucking promote some shit that ain't completed, let alone out. You know, like it just sucks. Because there's always that fear in the back of your head it never comes out. You know what I mean? And then you're on the hook for that conversation. Like,
yeah, that's the problem. It's just people are like, hey, so when's this coming out? I was like, great.
It makes you look like a nitwit, you know? Yeah.
It comes out when it comes
out.
out.
Now. You got stickers.
I got stickers. I got my trademark for the comics productions. Everything's looking good.
Everything but the book, right? Like,
just I gotta work on story first. I can't just throw out a bunch of.
Yeah, you can. No, man. Just AI generate the whole thing. What, you got to write things? Be sarcastic. Being sarcastic.
I am.
Right.
I'm not that guy.
Right.
Wait, say again. What was that? What you said?
It's write books. We're not writing books. Like,
well, I write books.
Yeah. No, I sent my submission off for Spawn Kills 2. We'll see if it comes of anything.
Should. It's a good little read.
We'll see. All you can do is write all your ideas down and hope for the best, you know? I never use a ruler except when it comes to katanas, because I never want to hear some motherfucker say my katana's fucking janky ever again. I did it once.
Little Sketchcraft with his freaking janky katanas. That's what I'm trying to learn.
I've heard it.
I don't do it. Sorry, guy.
I heard it with that, and once I drew the Master Sword, and it wasn't perfectly like fucking straight, you know, and I had to hear it to no end.
Dude, nobody gives me complaints. It's like it's there. Deal with it. I don't know what else to tell you.
I know.
This is as good as I am now. Maybe in 10 years.
I'm 46. I better be able to draw a fucking sword blade if you know what I mean.
You just turned 45, right?
No, I'm 46.
You just turned 46?
Yeah, in October.
Oh, look at that.
Born in 78, my friend.
78.
I know. You was born in 75, right?
76, like the good Lord.
76. Oh, the bicentennial.
Damn right. Only what, 200 years off?
100 years, my man.
19.
Centennial would have been 100. Bicentennial's 200.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's been a while.
I know I'm right.
Boy got book learnings. He's good.
Thank you.
3.5 GPA, right?
9.95. Huh? No, I don't. 3.85, somewhere around there. Yeah.
9.95. Wasn't that the song at the end of the turtle?
Yeah, 9.95 was a turtle song. Yeah.
everybody.
9.95. I know. Love that first turtle movie.
Turtle rap. You were a huge turtle rap for
hate Secret of the Ooze. Hate Secret.
What?
Hate it.
You didn't like Secret of the Ooze?
No.
The
all shot on sound stages. They never use their weapon. I couldn't stand it.
You mean you didn't like the fake Rocksteady and Bebop? Come on.
Didn't like the fake Rocksteady and Bebop. Didn't like the lack of shooting in New York. I didn't like it's all clean. It looked like just
I remember making the documentary to it. I was like, really? All this insanity happened? This is insane.
Yeah. Suits, man.
Yeah.
It was perfectly fine the way it was, you know?
Yep.
Somehow thinks they could find a way to make more money. It's like you made more money.
Money ruined everything.
Brilliantly the first time. Why would you mess with a winning formula? You know, hubris.
Yes, it is.
Hubris.
You ever drawn the SWAT cats?
No.
We might want to do that.
Do we?
I would. I haven't drawn
You
the
just
SWAT
want to put cats in a YouTube title again so you can get more views.
more views than cats, guys. That's what the real money is.
I like Steven says, I put cat fights in the YouTube channel and I got all these views. And I'm like, it's 108 views. How many views did you get? Like where's it at now? Where's it at now?
I don't remember.
I
haven't seen like in 2 days.
Yeah, go take a look. Go take a look. Go and see.
I can't
remember how much you're at.
Oh, yeah.
We edit these videos, man. I could edit out the break.
I know, but look at it. My video froze.
Froze?
Look at it. Am I moving?
Yeah, it did. That just happened. You want to reset it?
I'll have to reset it. I guess I could just stop the virtual cam. Hang on, let me see if I stop the virtual cam and reboot it.
I'll hold up. Now I can get ahead of you. Hold on.
No! There it is. Let's see.
No, it's still stuck.
Still stuck.
You gotta reset the camera.
Yeah, I gotta shut down OBS. Stupid OBS. All right, I'll be back in 30 seconds. And quit. All right, let me get this back here.
Just don't close the browser. All right.
You can give me a little bit more credit. Start virtual game. I'm back. Oh my gosh, we figured it out.
Am I right? Am I right?
There we go. Back in business. Yeah, my thing froze last night too. I was doing videos with OBS and forget about it.
There's this guy, you know who Christian Harloff is? You know who that guy is?
I've heard of his name.
Yeah, I've met him before, but he does his own shows, movie shows. He's done it for years, but he recently moved up to New York, and he's like, you know, he didn't want to pay money for StreamYard, so he's like when you were doing that through your OBS of Vid Ninja or whatever, he's like, yeah, I got the software. I'm like, all right, always having technical issues. He's like, I gotta get a sound guy in here, blah 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 blah, and so the past couple days, last week, he was on a show. He had someone else take over. But the guy took over, John Roca, good dude. He just uses StreamYard from his house because he's out of San Diego, and everything worked fine. It is like people are like, hey, no technical issues. Like, yeah, I'm using StreamYard, like not using this janky free shit. You know that like I get. Like I would love to not spend money, you know, but the fact is, no one. That's it. They don't got. There isn't a better option right now. You know? And like OBS should have it all built in automatically. You know.
It should, which is weird because it's from the creators of OBS. So it's one of those, like, I go to YouTube and the guy that's showing you how to do it, it works every time. And then when you do it, it's like, what the hell? I'm like,
never works. Yeah, so or it works sporadically.
It worked once with I brought in all my buddies. It was like, all right, we got it down. And then when I do it with you, it's like nothing. I was like, oh, it's all down. All right, well. It is what it is. That's right. We did it. Didn't work. Screw it. You're gonna have to sell me on it next time. Like, I don't know. You guys lied to me the first 10 times. It's cheating. No sharpening. No erasers and no sharpening. Go.
I see these guys online go no saving. I'm like, you kiss my ass, guys. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
No.
Yeah.
Especially in Florida, we get those electrical outages, the brownouts.
Yeah, we're not doing that. You know.
Crap. No, I have the entire house wired with surge protectors. First thing you do when you move to Florida, guys, get surge protectors. You know, a lot of electrical storms out here. I'm actually doing this piece for a client. For a client in the UK. He's from London. And but he tends to watch the videos. So Matt, if you're watching, give you a shout out.
Do you send the art to the UK as a gift?
What do you mean as a gift?
Like, because like I recently had to send some comics over to the UK to a guy who's bought plenty of stuff, but like, I don't know, man. It got sent back and then rerouted, blah blah blah. And then a friend of mine who lives out there was telling me he has people send the items as a gift, and he does a lot of expensive like artwork and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, never have a problem when you do that. I'm like, how do you do that? So you just send it because like they got to pay like the VAT tax when they get there, and there's no way for me to calculate that in the store that I'm using now. So I just like, well, you'll have to pay that when you get there. I don't know what to do with that,
Yeah, no, I've always just mailed it off. Paid like the $15 and that's it.
That's what I normally do, but this time it did not go well. So it's like it's being shipped all over the fucking place. Like it was said it was being rerouted to Los Angeles. I'm like, not now, no,
Yeah, I've noticed that. I was like, why is this package going to like LA or New York? And I was like, it's supposed to be heading towards over here.
Right, you go in the wrong direction and head toward the fire. Like, don't.
Oh, dude, I mailed one off like a year and a half ago. My first sale to Russia. I was like, freaking hey, Russia.
Yeah,
I've never mailed to Russia. I was like, all right, screw it. So the guy bought a so weird. He bought a $15 piece. The damn insurance, not the insurance, the shipping was like I think $23.
$23, yeah.
I was like, dude, you're gonna spend more. I was saying, you know what? Let me just throw in some extra pieces, and I threw in some extra stuff because I felt bad.
Well, I tell people, I make a thing like shipping to the UK and over into Europe anywhere in there is like $30, like when you add it all up. Yeah. So I just go, so you guys know that's that, but I'll toss in some goodies or something. You know what I mean? Like usually chuck in a little sketch or something.
Stickers, you know what I'm saying?
Stickers, yeah. Stickers is where it's going to be now that we got the sticker.
That's where it's at, guys.
By the way, my eco tank.
You ain't nobody unless you have a sticker.
I'll toss this. They're gonna be like, we don't want your fucking stickers. Like,
I want your stickers. I want your stickers. I actually came up with a sticker bin. I got a sticker bin full of stickers.
He's like, why don't you crochet me something too? Yeah.
Hey, don't get me started on that one. Crochet machine.
Like, Rob, cross stitch. We got to do cross stitch next.
That's where the ticket's in.
Yeah.
That's the ticket, Rob. Cross stitch.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'll be fun.
Our best John Lovitz impersonation.
Macrame. Just see Rob doing this all day. My carpal tunnel.
I don't have carpal. Oh, because the cross stitching. Yeah.
You got it.
I got it. I did the math.
So yeah, this one's going out to the UK. But the thing is, I need to do 10 pieces for him. So
we'll get started, man. I'm working on just my one.
Well, no, I'm already like, this is like my 4th piece already for him. That's fully done. The other ones are all laid out. Yeah, I got a table behind me, one of those like tables you get from Walmart, and just foldable, and it's just full of nothing but like packages I gotta mail off.
Oh, you're like, I got a Skeletor I gotta do.
You have a Skeletor you have to do?
Yeah. Someone, I won't say here, but someone we know commissioned me to do it.
Ooh.
Like, sure, I'll do it.
Chauncey?
Yeah, it was Chauncey.
Blurting it out.
Damn, why are you giving up Chauncey's? You know, gonna get him in trouble.
Chauncey needs to get on the YouTubes. He's been posting up videos. That's good.
He posts smiley faces on the shout out videos. Nice one. He's like, feed the algos. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a mega fan of Liefeld.
We're gonna be doing some Liefeld stuff soon.
Wait, what?
On the shout out, yeah.
What just happened?
He's already like blocked me, so I may as well talk about the art, you know.
I thought you were all about Liefeld.
I didn't say negatively, so we're gonna talk about the art.
Well, what happened? Why did he block you?
Oh, I was on a podcast about Heroes Reborn, and it's a positive podcast, and I'm on there going, yeah, here's why this stuff is dope. But the fucking guy who put it on, my buddy Paul, made a clickbaity headline. And he added me. Sketchcraft's gonna be on here, so guess who got blocked? I got blocked. I'm like, you fucking asshole! Like, why did you do that? I reached out to the guy that runs his site, because he's commissioned me in the past for art. I forget the name right now. I'm brain farting, but super nice dude. And I'm like, look, man, I know he doesn't change his mind. I'm just like, so you know, it's a positive thing. It's not shitting on the art, you know, like it's actually,
Yeah.
You know. But these guys run with a clickbaity title. He's like, yeah, well, you know, I'll pass it along, but he never. I'm like, fucking whatever. Like, I give a shit.
Well, welcome to the club, bud. This is the exiled Liefeld club.
Yeah, you mean he actually hates you. He works.
Hey, man.
You work for him. What?
He
doesn't even know me.
We have an old school rapport.
Yeah. Shelby's like, I could put in a word for you. I'm like, man, you work on just him crediting you when you ink him. You know, don't worry about me.
Yeah.
You know. He didn't get any credit in that Bloodstrike book or whatever. So I'm gonna do a review at some point on the shout out over that Bloodstrike book, but it's all gonna be about Shelby's inks. I'm not gonna give Liefeld any credit on the other. Yeah.
I'll make sure my screen doesn't freeze up.
How you gonna do that?
I look up. I know, guys. It's full of mysticism, but it's that simple.
He's gonna pray to Steve Jobs. Please, Steve Jobs.
I got that stupid Peaches song in my head right now.
Not me.
It's the guy in the video reminds me of Roman. You know which song I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, Millions of Peaches.
Yeah.
Was she in front of the orchard trees and stuff? Yeah.
We saw that right before I got on live with you, and I'm like, oh crap. I gotta eat me a lot of peaches. Because the wife was asking me, I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, check it out, it has ninjas in it. It's one of my favorite songs.
Let's see here.
Are we gonna do guests in the future?
Guests. Like, how many more people do we want drawing here? Like,
No, I make it crazy. So like
no.
What do you call that in wrestling? When
Manager? Like,
no, when everybody's in the ring.
a Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Invite a bunch of people.
Every minute a new artist shows up to draw.
Yeah, like we got an open link, guys. Go nuts.
Less time to draw, so if you get the first ticket, you're fucked, right? Like,
I guess, yeah.
or the very last ticket, right? You're because you got like a minute to draw.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna do guests on this. We got enough people.
We got enough people, you and me.
It's enough.
There's only so much of you I can take.
Yeah, I can't take those streams where there's 6 people all trying to talk at the same time. Yeah. If this isn't entertaining enough for you, fucking leave. Like I don't know what to say. You know? I could do nothing. How about that? How about that, folks? You know? What's in the box? I'll take. You want the red snapper or what's in the box? I'll take the box. You get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Stupid. You're so stupid. Love that movie. I wasn't a big Weird Al guy, but I love that movie. All right, that should be good.
Ah. Oh, here we go. That's my baby brush.
What do you got going on this weekend?
More sticker designs and getting the last 2 stories written up. I got 5, so the last 2 left.
And you're sticking to that story. You're not changing it as you draw it, right? It's like that's the one I wrote.
What are you talking about?
When you start drawing the story, you're not changing the story, right? You're like,
no, because I already have everything laid out. That's the whole point of it.
oh,
yeah, no, it's because I know when it comes to comics, it's like last minute, especially when you're working with other people. I used to work with somebody who would just consistently change. I'm like, dude, you gotta stick with one idea.
Right.
And yeah, I'm not that guy that flip flops on the ideas. That's usually why it takes me so long, because I'm like I sit on the idea for a while, and then if I change it, 14, 20 years, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that works, guys.
All right. 25 years.
Yeah.
So we're gonna expect Koga Warriors 2 in 2030.
Hopefully by the end of this year, we should hopefully get something. We should get pages in the next couple of months.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I'm trying to get on that.
Oh yeah, dude.
So super stoked. That's right, every night I've been
free, right? The first few chapters or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna post them online. This is the idea. Put up a few points of the story online, get people jazzed up enough to want to get into it and promote the crap out of it. Spend some money on the advertisement and push it out more, and then I'll put it up into a book format when it's ready to have more pages in there. Which hopefully, if I can get it to.
You're looking at what book? What size book are we talking about? One issue or the whole trade paperback?
Yeah, because it's an anthology, so you got the short stories that build up around what the Cocoa Warriors is all about, and of course you get the plot synopsis and everything in there as well. It'll all be on the website.
Right, but I mean, like when you collect it, are you gonna go like? Are you gonna print when you go to physical print? Like, are you gonna do the whole thing, or are you gonna do it like in chunks? Like,
I'll do it like 60 pages at a time.
Oh, nice. Like 3 issues, right? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and every issue has that beginning, middle, and an end. So you're getting a full story every time you're reading it.
Nice.
You're not getting like, oh, well, we're going to drag out one scene for like 28 pages. I was like, nah.
Are the Koga warriors going to be actual warriors? Unlike, or is it going to be like spawn kills every spawn where there's no actual spawn killing? Like, which one are you going to do?
What do you mean? There was actual spawn killing.
It's the charm of the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're going to be warrioring.
They're gonna be warrioring.
Warrioring around, guys.
So they'll start fighting around page 52 and just get it right in there at the end, right?
Yes, it's like one of those creature movies from the 80s where you get hints of and ciphers of the beast, and then at the end, the last 10 seconds, you get to see the beast.
Right.
That's how this works.
Like the first Swamp Thing movie.
Exactly. I was just watching that the other day too.
Yeah.
The series was fun. I enjoyed the series.
What was the director from Jerk Manny or whatever his name was? The guy from the second one,
right? I guess. It never got picked up for season 2. I don't know why. It was doing so great with the story. It was just the build-up was there. It was just like, okay, you got the build-up, and it's like, yeah, canceled. What? What are you, maybe?
Dude. Any guy in a suit,
Yeah.
Takes a lot of money. Well, I will be buying my copy of Koga Warriors.
What are you talking about? You get one.
When it goes to no, I will buy.
Nope.
I will hear of it. The Koga Warriors.
You will get it at
a I will charge you.
Not give you a free copy. It will give you a 50%.
I will. No. Because if I want to complain, I want to be able to complain like any other customer when I don't get what I want. So I want to pay full price.
That's fine. Well, there'll be an extra 50 inside the comic box.
Now, will it match up to the designs that were on the poster, or is this a whole new? Because it's been so long, right? Like,
yeah. I try to get because in the new sticker, I try to get the old designs going, and since then it's become something a little bit different, but not too different, which is good. And yeah, all the characters in the posters are still in the story, which is good. So as you can see, I'm consistent with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't change Youngblood around like every 3 issues, right?
No, not at all. Like, who's this character? That's the old Vogue. Like, what?
Remember when Steve Scrooge drew it? And
I still have those copies.
They're well drawn, but it's like not Youngblood, like whatever the fuck that is.
Exactly. They're well drawn, but it's not the book for him.
And it's not Youngblood, like whatever that is. They got like gears and goggles, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah, they had like a goth chick in black, and it was all weird. I was like, all right, I guess.
Alan Moore wrote those. Did Alan Moore write those?
I don't know. I never read comics.
Yes, you did.
I've read certain comics, but not all. I mainly bought it for the art back in the day. It was up just recently. I started like in the last 3 years. I started buying to read comics. And I was like, oh, because I wanted to see where the state was of how to tell a story in a comic book, and everybody has their own methods of doing it. So there's no real set way of doing it.
No, there's no real segue.
Yeah, it's just like just create and just have fun. Who cares? My book is not gonna be the end all of be all of anything. It's like, look, man, I want to write a story that I enjoy and I want to tell a story, and that's it. If it looks like ass, then it looks like
you're
ass.
Gonna be Hispanime Extreme Studios, right?
Take certain offense to that.
What? Oh, that's a term of endearment. Like we did a whole episode on it. Like, I've never heard that term before, and they're like, "Oh, I love that." And I'm Hispanic. Guys like, "I'm Hispanic. I want to use it." I'm like, "Use it."
You can get it with it. You're Hispanic.
I'm adopted.
There's nothing. Hey, man, own it.
My adoptive father put his name. He got it my birth certificate, so he's my. So I could really, if I really wanted, I could go on the birth. But then they'll do the genealogy test, and I'll get found out. It'll be on TMZ. Yeah. They're gonna go. Count in Spanish, and I'm like uno, dos, cuatros, ocho, cien. I don't know, man. Like
ocho cien, you got it.
Yeah, it was like when we did the Maglia episode. I was like, oh, I don't know, they were writing in Argentinian or something. Some guy put in that's Spanish, man. I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like,
yeah.
Sorry, I've never been there. How am I supposed to know? A lovely country, man. I'd love to go. I want to see all those crazy German villages that exist there because the Nazis moved in, back in like after World War II.
But you're German too, right?
No. My wife is though. She's part. I lived in Germany though. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
I just want to see I want to see those German villages. That's wild to me, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be like after like the Civil War. You move to Ireland and there's all these Confederate statues and towns built there. You're like, why is there such a Southern drawl in Ireland? Like, that's crazy. I love Argentina. The Argentinian people. I didn't know they spoke Spanish. It's just that down there, like I dated this Brazilian chick and she's like, yeah, we speak Portuguese. I'm like, all right. So then I was like, that's from Portugal? She's like, no. It's like, wait, what? It's confused. You don't teach us this in American schools, guys. They barely teach us about our own country. Americans are shocked when they find out other Americans have accents. Like, you hear a New Jersey accent, and they're just like, can't believe that's real. Love the New Jersey accent, though. I got Southern California accent. I had to say dude after every fucking thing. Like 80s and 90s.
Dude, bruh, chaw.
I talk like a turtle.
Yeah. Cowabunga thing came from was it Bart Simpson?
No, it didn't. It came from Howdy Doody.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is it was like really introduced to the 80s generation.
No, the Simpsons stole it from the Turtles, but the Turtles got it from because the Turtles were saying Cowabunga before the Simpsons came out.
Right. So, but not a lot of people were watching Howdy Doody.
Right.
I'm saying in the 80s, we were a lot of people were learning Cowabunga from Bart Simpson in the 80s is what I'm saying, as children.
But the Howdy Doody guys sued Aceman and Larry. over that.
Not everybody knows that information.
Because I'm trying to get it out, but you keep freaking talking over. Like,
well, I'm not talking over. I was trying to make a point.
You can do both at the same time. You can talk over me and try to make a point.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. No, but they did. They I mean, who plans for that? You know, you get Koga Warriors gets big, and then you get sued for nothing. You know?
Yeah. What was it? Liefeld got hit with the was it Bedrock? Using Bedrock?
Yeah,
Bedrock?
Hasbro hit him over Bedrock, which is ridiculous, you know.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Bedrock was a better name anyway.
Bedrock. Yeah. I agree.
I would work out in his favor, in my opinion. The even on Turtles, the they because they had Eastman and Laird on cartoonist kayfabe, and they were like saying how the animation company even sued them.
Yeah.
The Turtles, because they were like, the things that these are popular for, we invented, so we own part of the Turtles now. Like, you know, it's crazy.
That is.
You know, so it's like they had to have a special fund of a certain amount of money always went to just a legal fund. You know,
yeah,
to handle all this stuff.
Damn, Ed's 1 year is coming up, right?
Yeah, I know, man. There's not a day goes by I don't think about him.
Yeah, man. It's just still get ticked off.
Yeah. It's the most useless, pointless thing I've seen in a long time. You know? Everyone involved went their own separate ways and was like, sorry, we didn't actually mean it. And it's like, well, that doesn't do anything, you know? Like you know? One of the reviews he did I loved was he covered the Mario World manga that was in Nintendo Power that got collected. And I have that, so on Mario Day, March 10th, we're gonna do that one in honor of Ed. It's a little early, but I don't want to celebrate. You can't, you know what I mean? I don't want that day's. I'm gonna be bummed out the whole fucking day. Because all that, I was like, well, I mean, I actually left a message on his phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when it was going down. Of course, man, I will do anything to reach out to someone who's, you know, on shaky ground, bro.
Oh, that's right, because he did put his phone out there.
Yeah. I mean, I try. I mean, I'm, you know, I did what I could do. I don't, you know. But tragic. But you know, I love that Super Mario too, so that'll be fun. That's the one where like Luigi wears drag. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Pops out the birthday cake like Marilyn Monroe. I like that one, and they did a Link to the Past manga that was running in Nintendo Power for quite a while too. Full color manga, it was pretty good.
And Nintendo Power.
Yeah.
I got J. Scott Campbell to write to sign his thing for me.
Oh, the lock arm?
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I grabbed him. He was near Liefeld's table, and we were talking about. I was at the time. That's when I first met Fraga, and I was talking to Fraga, and I'm like, "Hey, speak of the devil!" And then he was walking around the corner, and I grabbed him by his arm, like he was like a 10-year-old kid. I was like, "Hey, come take a photo with me." And I yanked him, and he's like, "Okay." I'm like super happy.
The Christmas parties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "Can you sign it to my boy Sam?" He's like, "All right, sure, why not?"
It's such a New York thing to do. To grab him by the arm and bring him over. You come over here, just jank him around.
yeah. He just yanking him. Like, get over here, quick photo.
Yeah. My buddies from
he was gonna take the photo whether he liked it or not. That's what I'm saying.
My buddies from Brooklyn, that's how they are. Like, you come over, they just grab you like your uncle by your collar.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing? Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been seeing him at the cons, and we kind of just like see each other and we know it's like he knows me. He just I was like, that's the guy who grabbed me by the arm.
It's like the very firm grip, that guy.
Yeah. So I always say hello to him. Yeah, he signed my my Thundercats, but I was like super stoked with that one. I was like, J. Scott Campbell, Thundercats. Oh, he also signed my my Spider-Man puzzle box that I found. I think Townsend and him did a Spider-Man piece, one of the famous covers. So apparently Rosart did a 100-piece puzzle, and I showed Townsend at one of the conventions out here, and he was like, he goes, I didn't even know they made this. He goes, I'm like, they don't send you comps? He goes, they don't send me anything. I said, well, good, sign it for me. That way I can get Jay Scott to sign it for me, because Jay was at the same convention. So that's one of my prized little ownerships there.
All that stuff goes into a specific licensing folder on the DAM site, which is a digital asset management manager. And whenever you buy a certain license, you have access to a certain amount of images, and they just pull from it, and that was in there. That's why they don't.
Yeah.
And they go, we'd like to do this, this, and that, and then they just get approval. Work for hire.
Hell yeah. Oh, I got that bad boy sign. I was like, yes. I'll say the cool perks of being an illustrator is you get to meet all these guys you're enamored with their artwork.
And you don't pay for signatures.
I don't pay for the signature. That's right.
It's either they sign it or else. Right, Steven?
Yeah. But the whole thing is like, look, if they know me, then it's like, hey, we know you're not gonna sell it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I have no interest in selling stuff that's a gift.
Right.
Plus, there's like an unsaid code to that.
I didn't even think about selling it. That's how naive I am. Oh shit, someone.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell you a story offline.
Yeah,
I got these micro stories that pop in my head every so often.
Just once, man. I'd like to see them actually make an animated turtles that look like the original turtles, not with the weird beaks and shit, like the actual refined versions of the Mirage style.
Not the weird beaks. Come on, that's the
I know. It's like, they're fine, but they've done that before, and they do it to make fun of it.
Yeah.
But the actual like refined version, somewhere, it gotta be the stuff from the TCRI stuff, or it can be, I prefer the more Miller sort of looking turtles,
Yeah.
The when the Shredder comes back, but whatever, but the Michelangelo special had a good look to it too, the Christmas one.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
That's a personal favorite issue of mine.
Freaking dig Krang for some odd reason. The character don't get that much love.
The Oot-Roms?
The Krang.
I know. He's an Oot-Rom. Right?
You went full dork on me.
Mirage Studios.
Oh.
They're not evil creatures. I get why they did it, for the cartoon. I get it.
Oh, they're not evil creatures. Yeah, I'm learning something.
No.
Come on, Secret Galaxy, give me something. That's you, Rob.
No, the Triceratons were the bad guys in the universe.
Never even heard of that character.
They're a race of Triceratons, Triceratops, like warriors,
You gotta let me finish. I was trying to help you there. Triceratons.
Yeah, they're awesome. It's a great name, isn't it? Triceratons. Fucking dope. Dude, so I was talking to Roman last night about Centurions, the cartoon.
Yeah.
And it turns out he's a huge Centurions fan. Go figure. And I was like, so awesome. And he told me he found out, I didn't know this. Maybe you probably know this because you know everything. So you tell me if you know this or not. Be honest, right? That the guy who designed the Triceratons, do you know who the guy who designed the Triceratons? I mean, the Centurions was?
No.
Jack Kirby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jack Kirby designed the Centurions, which explains like the mouth shapes and some of the, like, it makes a lot of sense now when you look at it.
Yeah, I have to look at him again. It's been a while since I've seen him.
Yeah, Centurions designed by Jack Kirby.
That's cool.
Yeah, I did not know that. So that would probably be the last thing he did that I really, you know. What a designer, you know.
Yeah.
Start with Captain America, all the way up to Centurions.
Yeah, I was getting into comics right towards the end of high school, and then that's when I heard of that. Like, I was just starting to get into Jack Kirby, and then I heard of his passing. And I was like, man, that's like happened like that week that I was getting into comics, in the sense of you know, drawing characters and stuff like that. And
Created Darkseid. I mean, it's great.
yeah. So that's when I'm getting into the history of all that insanity. I thought Stanley and Jim Lee were the same, like brothers. Until I found out, I was like, wait a minute, this guy's Asian. I'm like, that's not right. That confused me for a bit. Because back then we didn't have the internet. We had the what's the name of that machine where you that stupid machine in the libraries?
Oh, the microfiche.
Microfiche. So we had those stupid machines, and that was the internet for those days.
Yeah, my dad liked the Centurions because they were original G.I. Joe size. Those big figures, you know?
Yeah.
So he was like, this reminds me of the G.I. Joes I had when I was a kid. And now that's, you know, I found Jack design. That made a lot of sense, you know?
And there it is. I'm done. Fully penciled, signed and stamped for your approval.
Always gonna finish before me, Steven.
Well, you do full colors. Look at that. I'm just seeing the full color right now. Look how awesome that looks.
Yeah. Yeah, it came out great, dude.
Oh, but you're gonna do the border, right?
Huh? Yeah, I do the whole thing. I'll put little highlight clips after the video, and then we'll do the final.
There you go. Now, don't ask me to ink and color this.
No, but what I do want you to do, man, is make the little show off video like you did last time. You know, I can throw it at the end.
Oh, like okay, I got you.
Yeah. It used to go like a minute, so people can look at all the stuff. You know what I mean? I'll go full screen.
Gotcha.
I put it to music. You left yours blank. It's empty space.
What do you mean?
When the show off part of the video happens, you left it empty.
On the video that I posted?
Yeah. There's no music when we're showing off the art at the end.
Of course there's music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you there's music, bro.
Then I stand corrected. You put music in
you can't stand corrected if you don't have proof. You gotta go see.
I don't argue. I just say you're right. Like I've learned. I just always assume I'm wrong. Easier to go through life that way.
I guess.
Never have to argue. Awesome. Yeah, I'll wrap this up on my own, dude.
I'm not slowpoke. It's only been 2 hours.
Has it been 2 hours?
Yeah, it says 158. My camera clunked out like 3 times. I don't know if you noticed the last one. I didn't even say anything. I just closed down OBS, flipped it back on, and I came back. There must be some type of update situation.
Well, I'm gonna get to it, folks. You know, so you can kind of see like.
Look at that.
So we'll get it going. This is why Steven's a deadline guy. He's a deadline guy.
Well, I mean, I could read a two book minimum a month.
You could do 2 books a month?
I could do 2 books a month.
I want to see it.
If it's penciling, yeah. I mean, come on, somebody inking and coloring and lettering. Oh, of course, I could probably even do 3 books a month.
I want to see this.
You
3
can.
books.
It's just Can
you draw all the Koga warriors, like just the pencils, 3 books in a month?
No, I've done it before. I've done 12 pages in a day, and it's
not me.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Crazy. Yeah. Well, once again, it's like you said. It's all shapes. You know, once you get the shapes,
yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, it's all shapes. Yeah, dude, that shit looks dope. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. I'll get back to the you'll see, just keep it going. I'll keep coloring, and we'll see you all again next week on the next Sketch versus Sketchcraft.
Hell yeah.